Everywhere he went, he would scream and cry. So we were literally like prisoners in our own home.
We felt hopeless, truthfully, like there's nothing out there.
Because of the fact that they were premature, we were expecting delays.
But it was very difficult for them to get that news that all 3 of the boys had autism.
Then I started thinking of all the possibilities, or, you know, are they ever going to talk to me? Are they ever going to say I love you?
Con Moisés no podía yo dejarlo ni un solo minuto solo porque sabía que algo iba a hacer.
I was desperate, knocking on hundreds of doors and not getting the services that, you know, for Victor. It was always a dead end.
Nice job. So now...
When we were introduced to this program, the Apprentice program, I just thought, wow, I don't think there's anything that's going to help this child, but you know what? Let's do it. And then when we found out the cost, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like, wow, we're going to get that kind of money.
Timmy's family did not have the financial means to pay for the $15,000 that this program costs.
So I'm going to give you some different words and some different situations.
So even though it's cheaper than most other programs out there, it's still quite a significant hit for a family.
And you know, it was the grace of God that Dr. Nenclares was able to help us financially because of the people who have donated.
Timmy's family did pay something, and every family pays something, whatever they can. But the rest was covered by the state funding that we had.
I'm glad we got a hold of him when we did. And he's a good kid. We want the best for him.
I'm here. All right, we have Chris.
This is the only program that provides this sort of comprehensive nature of services to all families.
They have, you know, the behavior, they have the speech, they have the occupational, everything is here for them.
All right, whose turn is it next?
We have circle time, we work on saying hello to our friends, recognizing your name or your picture, and then we have a motor play activity to help with some of those kids' sensory needs. So it's kind of following the similar format of a school, but in 1 hour and led by behavior therapists.
Will. You could ask your friends what their body does when they're thrilled. Hey, what does your body do when you're thrilled?
We push them to social interactions early. We have them doing things in the community early, and we get them ready for it by having them here in social groups where they learn how to greet each other, how to interact, how to ask for things, how to respond, and we think that is crucial.
We do heavy parent training before the child even begins therapy. We want the parents to be almost co-therapists.
We're going to the home 3 times a week for an hour and a half, work in the natural environment, and help these parents that just learned what autism was the other day and tell them that it's okay. I'm going to be by your side helping you and ensuring that they have the confidence to execute the treatment.
Yeah. Bravo.
It takes you from not being able to think that you can do anything to building your confidence and to really try to communicate with your child.
And that's what we learn here, just the connection between a father and a son, or a mother and a son. Mm-hmm. That was big for us.
The parents have often talked about kind of changing their lives. You know, the fact that they can actually connect with their children, and their connection with them has also made them be able to connect with others.
6.
He can now make eye contact, he waves, he plays with his sister.
Mi hija, que tiene 8 años, ella también trabaja con él y me siento muy contenta porque yo no sé qué hubiera sido de nuestra vida familiar sin el programa.
He is in a regular school. I mean, how much more can you ask for? Because he is just doing so well in school as well. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And he loves school, so that's a good thing for us.
Victor started off with us being nonverbal, but today you would never know that he had any language difficulties when he was young.
If Victor has come this far, I think he should be able to live a pretty close to normal life. I really think so.
When we collected data regarding our approach, we found that we were doing as well with a limited number of professional therapy hours and an equal number of parent hours. We were doing as well as the more expensive intensive approaches. We've had kids change 20, 30 developmental quotient points over 6 months, so it is both clinically effective and cost effective.
My favorite color is green.
Good boy. Show everyone your eyes.
My favorite color is green.
Good job. I saw.
When I first started, we would think of 1 in 10,000 kids with autism. We're now to 1 in 160. If you're talking about boys, it's 1 in 97.
You start doing.
Those numbers are frightening.
One of our biggest challenges right now is that state funding has been cut throughout various social and educational services, and unfortunately we did lose a significant amount of state funding, all of it, actually 100% of our state funding for the autism program, which accounted for about 25% of our budget. And we have extensive wait lists because we are one of the very few centers in the Chicagoland area that continues to take low-income families, families with public aid. We hate having wait lists. You definitely do not want to be telling a parent that they have to wait a year to get occupational therapy. The research has proven over and over again, the earlier and the more intensive the intervention, the better the outcomes. So to have a family wait for a year is just awful.
Young kids who get the treatment do very well, and if they do not, it can literally be just a catastrophe for the family and for us as a society. And we have an effective model. That's why I feel comfortable asking people to support us. The kids are going to get better. It's not going to be so expensive, and it's not going to last forever. It's going to get better if we can work with it intensely and early.
Start cheering and jumping up and down.
To me is such a great example of what happens when you grab a child at an early intervention.
The earlier the better.
And thank God for all the people that donate
Yep.
to it, because we would not be able to afford it.
Carrot.
The most important thing is we need to help them reach their maximum potential, whatever that is. But how are we going to continue our mission to serve all families despite ability to pay? That is part of our mission, and we will continue to do that as long as we can.